Hey Jordan, it's Rick Cowan, Beautiful Beast of Softball. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing fine. Hey, first off, on behalf of Beautiful Beast Nation, we just all want to say congratulations to your commitment. That's just
Thank you.
super cool.
Thank you so much. It means a lot.
Yeah, I know that earlier when we had talked and we had done your interview, we had discussed a few schools that you were interested in. Can you kind of tell us about, the process? How did you get on the radar? How did they get a hold of you? How did you get a hold of them? Tell us about the process, if you don't mind.
Um, the process was a long time. I started getting heavily recruited last summer by a lot of schools, particularly the one that I'm committed to now. I've been getting recruited by him since eighth or ninth grade. He's been like one of my main schools. A lot of the process is to work hard, always be ahead of somebody in front of you. Always want to be the number one person on the field. Try to put your all into what you are doing. And that's all I could ever try to do for myself. So that way I could stay on college coaches' radar and keep getting my name heard. So that way more coaches would come to me. So by the end of the time, it was a hard decision for me to make before I committed. I feel like that was one of the main things in my process, and to always like do more work than what your coaches expect of you. Always be the last one getting balls, always be the last one off the field so that way they know that you're willing to play and put your heart into the game for the team.
Yeah, well, that makes you a tremendous leader, right? Because leaders set the pace, they also set the example. Um, for us, we couldn't have picked a better advocate for Beautiful Beast of Softball than to have you.
Thank you.
Um, hey, I want to shift gears just for a moment and talk about the 21s and 22s that are out there impacted by COVID-19, the recruiting extension, dead period for colleges, and how that makes it a little tougher, the process right now. What would you say as advice to those players still kind of, trusting God and trusting the process?
I feel like for to speak on 2021s, I feel like we all feel like we need to rush. We all need to commit because that's what we're seeing a lot of people do. We have to sometimes take a step back, take a deep breath, realize that we have to the end of our senior year to commit. We could we never know who's going to show up and who isn't. So we all just need to take a deep breath and realize, just trust what's going to happen. God is always has a plan for you set in place. And sometimes it might not be to go to college and play softball. Sometimes it just means to go to college.
Mm-hmm.
I like before I started getting heavily recruited, I always told myself, if this isn't what God wants me to do, then it's not meant for me in my life.
Yeah.
So, and to speak on 2022s, y'all have time. That y'all have time. Don't work. Like just keep doing what you're doing to work constantly on your craft and get better at what you're doing because you have all of fall, all of summer, all of next fall, and all of your senior year.
Oh, that's real good advice. Thanks, Jordan. Hey, and speaking of advice, I want you to speak for just a minute to the 12U players that are looking up to you as their role model, right? Which a lot of my players are they're 11-year-olds, 12-year-olds. They're not on social media, but what would you say to those players about um, the do's and don'ts on social media, the things that are important in setting goals and being a teammate, things like that. Would you spend a minute and give us your thoughts?
Yes, sir. I feel like as a 12-year-old, you going back to my 12-year-old days, you do your best on and off the field. When nobody's looking, put in more work than what they want you to do. It always goes to work. The more effort you put in, the more effort you're going to get out of what you're doing. So I feel like if you put in, say for instance, you're a pitcher, you put in 4 days a week, and then you have a tournament, you're going to do good at your tournament because you put in the extra time when nobody was looking to work on your craft. And that is something that a lot of people should take in consideration, because to get to the point of playing college softball and being recruited by college coaches, you have to put in extra work. You have to do a lot of the unexpected, and you're going to have to miss out on things in life like birthday parties. And sometimes it takes somebody who has it in heart, and for somebody to step up and say, and tell their team that they want to uh win, and that they want to be better, so that way they can get on college radars. And sometimes you have to be good enough to help the rest of your teammates get scholarships. That's what we do.
Yeah.
We make sure our team is we do what we need to do to make our team get to the highest level in brackets and pool play and stuff like that. So all the college coaches are at our games. So that way the rest of our teammates can get recruited, even though we're already committed.
And what about the social media side? Kind of do's and don'ts.
I feel like don't some stuff, just don't comment. Some people don't follow, because you never know how things could be posted and portrayed on social media. I feel like if you're going to post, just post pictures of like you and your friends hanging out and like softball stuff, because sometimes there could be certain things in the background that could get you in trouble. There could be things that you didn't know what were going on around you that could get you cut from a scholarship, or get you in trouble with your college coach,
Yeah.
or trouble with the school. So some do's that you shouldn't do is just follow people that you don't recognize.
Yeah.
Don't give your information to everybody, because some people could hack your accounts and post stuff that you didn't know that was happening. And if anything, just give your information to your parents, because then they can control what's going on.
Very good advice. Really, really good. Hey, I know what has it been, a few days since you've made the announcement?
Yes, Saturday.
Yeah. And I just love seeing the smile on your face. It just speaks volumes. The hard work pays off, right?
Yes, sir.
Hey, I'm super proud of you, and I'll just wrap it up again. On behalf of all of us at Beautiful Beast, we're just super proud of you, Jordan. Do great things. Be a great leader that you are, and we'll see you soon.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for this interview,
You're welcome.
and I'll talk to you again soon, okay?
Thank you.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye.